Hey, Mike. Mike, thanks for coming in today and talking to us about HUD-VASH. I'm sitting with Mike Starnes, who was at one time a homeless veteran. Mike, I know you've battled homelessness for quite some time before you came into our program in December of 2009. And I know you served in the Navy back in 1975. You enlisted while the Vietnam War was still going on. First, I'd like to thank you for that. Second, I know when you came onto the program, you first were admitted into the HUD-VASH on November 20th of 2009, and we got the paperwork going quickly for you, and you managed to find a place and get housed very quickly. One of the fastest turnarounds we've ever had with paperwork. You came to us for the first time on the 20th, and 11 days later on December 1st you had a place of your own. So thanks for expediting that process and showing other veterans that it can be done that quick. But if you wanted to just take the time and talk a little about HUD-VASH and what it means to you and how it may have affected you in your lifetime. So if you want to just give us a story of where you've been and what you've gone through leading up to now.
Well, first thing I'd like to say is I would like to thank the HUD-VASH program because it's made a giant difference in my life. I was homeless for 22 years solid. Well, except when I was with the Carnival, which wasn't very often. And I bounced from job to job when I wasn't with the Carnival. And from a hobo camp to homeless shelter to hobo camp. And it was just miserable. I felt like an outcast most of my life. But yeah, after I got out of the Navy, I worked for a while as a welder, and the company shut down, and then I caught tuberculosis in the mid-'80s, and that put me homeless. And I stayed homeless until, off and on, until I came into this program. And it's made a huge difference in my life. I can't say enough about it.
Now the rent at your place is $570 a month. Now, we know you're earning income each month. You're working in a program through the VA, a compensated work therapy program, and you're only making about $590 a month. How could you ever afford an apartment like the apartment you have now if it wasn't for this voucher? Where would you be? What would you be doing if it wasn't for this voucher?
I'd be in a tent in the woods, probably.
Now, what about these other veterans who are on our waiting list or are out there and we haven't found them yet? Can you imagine us not being able to assist them?
I would hate to see that because I know the pain of being homeless for so long. You know, I've seen people commit suicide with fellow vets.
Well, that's what we're trying to eradicate, Mike. I just want to thanks, Mike, for sharing your story with us, and we're going to do everything we can to make sure we catch all the veterans out there that need our help, and we'll do what we can to make sure that doesn't stop.
Thank you.